Hey anime lovers, Thunderpoke is here. So, there's nothing quite like finding a new anime series to sink your teeth into. As 2023 enters its final months, why not look ahead to find some new shows, right? A lot of promise is shown in the 2024 lineup, featuring all sorts of highly anticipated series. Well, now let's just jump into it. Our first anime is High Speed ETAL. For racing fans, High Speed ETAL will likely prove to be the most must-see anime event of 2024. Not only is the series centered around a high-tech, sci-fi take on the future of racing, it's also set to have multiple collaborations with the Super Formula Championship. Next race sees the sport of motor racing be forever changed for the scarier, with technological advancements now permitting high-speed cars to reach and breach a whopping 500 per hour. Unsurprisingly, the fast-paced dangers of the racing track should provide this series with plenty of sports-focused thrills and spills for viewers to enjoy. Lead protagonist Rinrindu looks like a curious fit for the action-packed racing series, transitioning from a career-ending ballet injury to the hazardous racing scene as the series wears on. Next, Moonrise. Moonrise is an action-adventure sci-fi anime being released by Netflix at some point in 2024. The protagonist of the series, Jack, must fight his former friend for what he truly believes in against the harsh backdrop of space and the moon. Space exploration, politics, and the dynamics of friendship are all at the core of Moonrise. Okay, next, Solo Leveling. One of the most unique aspects of Solo Leveling is that it is actually adapted from a South Korean web novel, rather than a Japanese manga. The story follows Sung Jin-woo, a bottom-rank hunter in a world where humans must survive by defeating monsters. His weakness puts him in constant peril until he finds the system and gets a rare chance to become stronger than ever. Solo Leveling will be released by Crunchyroll in January 2024. Next is A Sign of Affection. If you need something more heartfelt to watch in 2024, then look no further than the slice-of-life romance A Sign of Affection. A polyglot man and a deaf woman meet by chance and feel a spark. Polyglot meaning that someone who speaks multiple languages. The problem is that neither can speak the other's primary language. How will they come together? Check it out in January 2024 on Crunchyroll. Our next anime is Metallic Rouge. We can't get enough of cyberpunk anime, and Metallic Rouge is no exception. The series features androids and humans living together, a futuristic techno city, and a cast of charming girls at its core. Rouge, the titular character, is an android girl who partners up with Naomi on a trip to Mars. While there, they must follow government orders to kill artificial people disguised as humans. Metallic Rouge releases in January 2024 on Crunchyroll. Next is The Witch and the Beast. Looking for something unique? The Witch and the Beast delivers in more ways than one. Taking place in an alternate universe, Ashid and Godot find themselves as opposites who share the same goal: investigate witches and try to get rid of the curse. Follow them on their intense journeys in this dark action fantasy. The Witch and the Beast will release in January 2024. Next is Delicious in Dungeon. Set to air in January 2024, this adaptation of the hit seinen manga has already got fans buzzing. Modeled on the dungeon crawling genre of gaming, the series focuses on the quest to find the legendary Golden Kingdom among other fantastical plotlines. Along with similarities to the dungeon crawling scene, Delicious in Dungeon also takes inspiration from none other than legendary tabletop prog Dungeons and Dragons. The cast format, which kicks off with a half-dozen adventurers traveling together, sees each character provide a certain talent, from sword combat to locksmiting. The group also need to consider the price to pay when it comes to resources such as food, weaponry, and medicine. Overall, Delicious in Dungeon promises to be a thrilling fantasy romp very much in line with the tone and style of this year's Dungeons & Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. Next one is really a most anticipated anime, named KU No. 8 provides. The anime treatment is finally on the way for this smash hit shonen manga. KU No. 8 first hitting the stands back in July 2020. The series has won over readers with its humor, action, character development, and refreshing take on KU tropes and storytelling. The story focuses primarily on Kafka Hibino, a struggling hero who has frequently failed to pass the tests required to join the anti-KU defense force in Japan. In a bizarre twist of fate, Hibino winds up being able to transform into a KU himself. From there, readers are taken on an increasingly thrilling journey that manages to balance both on-point humor and punchlines with the right level of high-stakes intensity to keep the plot moving impactfully. Considering the wild creature designs from artist Naoya Matsumoto, the highly anticipated anime adaptation will have a lot to live up to when it finally releases next year in spring 2024. Next Next is Quality Assurance in Another World. This highly acclaimed SEH fantasy saga has continuously impressed readers, first releasing back in May 2020. The narrative all kicks off when a seemingly peaceful world is besieged by monstrous dragons. While invading dragons is a common trope in the fantasy genre, this series uses it as a starter to a thoughtful series encompassing everything from monster hunting to deeply personal issues and secret keeping. Led characters Nicola and Haga's often dangerous, unpredictable dynamic forms the backbone of a compelling look into a powerful organization named Seeker. The group focused primarily on dealing with supernatural, monstrous threats to the world the series is set in, and their antics unsurprisingly led to a lot of intense storytelling. Considering the manga's immense popularity and acclaim, it's hardly surprising that the anime adaptation is already garnering hype ahead of its release next year in 2020 in spring season, I think. Not sure though. Next, Chained Soldier. Chained Soldier is a dark fantasy thrill ride that focuses on an epidemic of portals opening in Japan. The portals all serve as gateways into a world known as Mata, which, in a quirk of bad luck, happens to be the home world of monstrous entities known as the Shuki. Considering its eyebrow-raising approach to blending supernatural and sexual themes, it's not implausible this show will garner some controversy when it drops in January 2024. Not a series to shy away from edgier content, Chained Soldier is also effective as both an action series and as a mystery, with the ominous portals into Mata serving as a curious plot point the core cast must piece together the origins of. With engaging lead characters and the thrills and spills of the Demon Defense Force's antic, the series has become a cult favorite in manga circles. This loyal following will no doubt pop up for the anime adaptation as well. Well, there are more anime in 2020 for lineup, which is hard to cover in one video, but I'll keep you update time to time about all anime like fall, spring, winter, summer anime lineups. Yeah, that's it for now. Before leaving this video, make sure to subscribe Thunderpoke, and I'll see you in my next video. Till then, bye bye and have a good day. Thank you.